what's coming up with the Dapplist, right? Hello everyone. Nice to meet you. I've been into several events, several hackathons with Devfolio before, very close to the team of Devfolio. Been involved in a lot of developer related stuff at Matic. I joined Matic very early. I was probably the very first person to join their team. Did a lot of groundwork in terms of developer onboarding and developer relations, community building. Um, when I joined, we were like 58 members in the community, so it was like pretty early. Joined in and did a lot of work on grounds. I remember Denver. We did ETH India pre-event. I think Shakti was there back then, and that was the first ETH India event, I think. And we did a pre-event together, Matic and Devfolio. Um, did a lot of groundwork. Yeah, definitely we did workshops in IIT Bombay, a few meetups and conferences here and there, and a lot of hackathons, like numerous hackathons. I probably don't have a count now. Probably Denver can give an exact count on that. But yeah, did a lot of hackathons around India. And I think we did a few hackathons in Nepal as well, which are close by to India. And yeah, did a lot of efforts over there, built the community from scratch. And yeah, from there, took from few ideas, a few issues that we wanted to solve. And that's how the Dapplist is being born, from the issues that we have figured over the period, in terms of user onboarding and developer onboarding, and how we can solve that. And that's how the Dapplist came into existence. After community building, I was onboarded into DApp marketing, which was basically helping all the dApps that are onboarded onto Matic. I used to help them with marketing stuff, how they can plan their calendars better, what all campaigns they can, creative campaigns that they can organize with us, and helping them out with connecting with different platforms that were out there that they can leverage to market better. So few things that I've learned from there, and from the community building stuff. And that's what the Dapplist is all about, solving the issues that are currently there in user onboarding issues or developer onboarding issues that we are working on. And yeah, and definitely we have Devfolio as a close team with us, which is helping us on few fronts when it comes to developer relations. We'll be doing a lot of stuff together, but for now, to get started with what is Dapplist. um, there are issues in terms of user onboarding that I mentioned. When you look at the ecosystem, overall ecosystem, the challenges are how to get started with the ecosystem, right? Where to get started with. There are already few platforms, but there are issues with each of them. When you look at search engines, you have seen those ads coming at the top of the search. 99% of the times you will see that those are scams. I've seen people copy pasting our protocol and running ads. um, that's there. We can't discount that. Those things are happening. When you look at the overall cycles like 2014, 17, 2020, there have been like numerous scams and rug pulls happening over the period. Vitalik actually mentioned this issue, that there's a need for a decentralized app store, which can zap out scam from the ecosystem. And that's what we have been doing even before that tweet came out, which gave us a lot of validation in terms of the ideation. Um, the second is the platforms that are already out there, the exploration platforms, because the user journey starts all the way from exploration. And exploration stage in our case is pretty much not so good, right? When you look at search engines, when you look at the current platforms that where you can explore applications, you will see all those ads running at the top of them, which is basically their business model. But it does hurt when a new person joins and he gets into those platforms which are not probably or probably lands onto these applications which are not responsible enough. um, and they get scammed or they get drugged, they'll probably go out and say crypto scam. And that's what we all have been hearing. I've got my friends who ask me, right, why are you in crypto? Right, crypto is scam, right? Government will probably ban it, right? But when you look at the blockchain as a tech, no, it's not a scam, but it's more of the people who have been involved in doing all those stuff, like scamming people and drugging everyone. They are the real reasons that we as in Web3, we are hearing about all this stuff from our friends and family. But together we can probably zap out them out of the ecosystem. We can definitely do that. And how we are doing that is basically, in our case, what we are doing is, at the front we are an app store, but at the background we have got community governance. It has taken few essence from how the community governance works, and few essence from here and there, really nice models working out there. And we have created our own model of it. So there are hunters and voters. Hunters are responsible for hunting applications, and voters are responsible for voting on those applications. Every week, top 5 applications get listed, and the people who are involved in the back, where the applications are listed, the hunters and voters are rewarded in terms of reputation, similar to that you have seen in games where you gain XP experience over the period. Um, and then you can unlock some items. So in our case, as you earn XP, reputation over the period, you can unlock, you can mint rare NFTs. That will be basically owl NFTs. And in terms of token, there's a lot of DeFi gamification at the background. Once you earn those tokens, you can put those tokens into LP, stake that LP token, and earn 2x rewards while you contribute to the platform by hunting and voting. Um, so what it does is, nicely, it incentivizes the crypto natives to work for the greater good. And for a new user at the front of the app store, they know that these applications are validated by someone. There's someone responsible for it. We could have done that alone. We could have probably done this on our own, and we could have sit down and validated all the dApps. But the problem is, again, it's a centralized process. We don't want to have that centralized process where there's a single point of failure. And also, we don't we think that having a community around it, you have like 100 200 minds working on the similar idea, rather than you individually figuring out everything, because then it makes the process more agile, where more people are contributing. You have more minds working in different niche and different ecosystem, contributing to the platform and finding out these applications, these gems out of there, and getting them presented in front of the new users who want to explore Web3, right? So it makes the process a little easier, a little faster, and a little safer from the existing process that is out there. This is the first module of the product, which is App Store, which is about to go live in a month. So you'll probably see the V2 launch in May. Tentative deadlines is somewhere around May's second half or something like that. So version 1 was already live for more than 8 months. We have seen more than 115 applications being hunted and voted on, and out of which more than 40-50%, 40-50 application have already been listed on the platform. So that's what we have been doing. We have got other 2 modules, but it will unfold as we go. The second modules deal with a lot of developer onboarding relations and developer relations things that we are working with on DevFolio, where we will be onboarding directly hackers from hackathons which are participating through DevFolio, and we will directly give them a platform where they can launch their project on our platform and build a community with us, a user base that they can build over the period while launching with us. And what they can do next is basically build a network with us. We have got network partners like we've got legal partners, we've got media agencies, PR, influencer connects, we've got exchanges. So a lot of connects over there. So that gives a hacker coming out of a hackathon, coming out of a nice community from DevFolio, who wants to probably build further. And we have got a room for them to come on board with us and build a community, build a network with us as they build the project, right? And the third module is basically connecting the developers with the users that are using TDL, or they are using their platform, where they can raise a smaller amount within the community, more of like a community raise, and then build further, get the basic setup done. So we've got everyone like legal and everyone, we can help you out with that stuff. Once you do that, and if you want to probably want to build further and raise more, we've got connects there as well. So that's what this third module comes into play. But still, more details to be unfolded over there. I don't want to probably talk about everything, so that you wait for that one, because it's gonna be massive, and it's gonna be a lot more needs to be unfolded over there. But yeah, I'll wait on that. Probably not gonna talk about more about it. But the version 2 of Explore is gonna go live in May, and we are working heavily with Devfolio on the version basically second module, that is Biddle. We'll be closely working with them to onboard hackers from India to launch on our platform. And anywhere, like Devfolio is omnipresent right now. Every other hackathon that I see, Devfolio is there behind that hackathon or backing that hackathon, right? So we'll be working closely. We'll be onboarding a lot of devs to Web3 ecosystem together. We'll be joining our powers together to power this up and zap out scams from the ecosystem, so that more uh, hackers and devs which are responsible get the space to build and get the space to be at the front of Web3 ecosystem, rather than these scams that are out there, right? Yeah, so over to you, Denver. I think that was a brief about the Dapplist, and I think yeah, let me know if there are any questions that you would like to ask. Feel free to. Yeah.
Yeah, so really, thanks for that overview, and excited to see the next version of Dapplist. Uh, and we also have Siley with us now, I think.
Yes,
Uh,
Siley is there. Yes.
Siley, if you would like to introduce yourself, or um,
Hey, hi. Uh,
Siley.
so can you hear me?
yes,
Yeah,
yes, we can.
audible.
Hey, hi guys. So I am Saidi. I also started my journey in Matic, and now I and Nirvik are building the DAP list.
Yep.
So yeah, that's it.
She has been like she I think she was probably very early in the ecosystem. She got onboarded with Matic, and we've done a lot of talks together. Like, she has been into different talks with in ATDIA and different workshops. I think Women Hackathon, she was there in Bangalore, doing a lot of groundwork with Devfolio in terms of educating devs that are coming to Devfolio hackathons, and did a lot of work at Matic in terms of building the wallet, which was used by more than like we had like 20,000 registrations when we launched our wallet, and a lot of people were using it, and did a lot of work on the protocol side as well. But yeah, I think Siley, as we go, you'll learn more about Siley, and as you ask more technical questions, you'll get to know that she's deep into Web3 tech, and she is also a contributor to the open source protocols that are out there. Yep.
Thanks, Nirvik.
No worries.
Yeah. So thanks for that quick introduction. And yeah, and Siley, has been involved with us. We have worked with in capacity of Devfolio together, and yeah, it's really exciting to see what you're building next at the Dapplist. So now we have a couple of fellows who wanted feedback on their ideas, and some of them even wanted some technical help. So maybe we could have some of them present their ideas, and after that, any technical help they need. I think some of them are building on Polygon also, which like, yeah, which is the same as Matic, which I think Saadi is also pretty familiar with. Uh, so can definitely
Yeah, definitely.
check out some uh, good help there. And yeah, so I think
And yeah, if anything else required from apart from technical, I'm also here in terms of ideation, in terms of product, anything that you would need help with, in terms of marketing, how you can market better. I'm here. How you can build community and everything. Yeah, yeah. But tech,
Sure.
I think Saili will take up the tech side.
Sure. So I think last time we were done with almost everyone with from Arts cohort. Rahul, Rahul, you were left, I think. I don't think you presented last time.
Yeah, I was left. I did not present my idea.
Okay.
And like the thing is that I am still more in the ideation phase, and
Okay.
like it is not presentable. But
Okay.
if you want, I can tell the brief outline
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the idea.
That works. It's not
Sure,
supposed
sure.
to be a presentation anyway. It's just feedback.
Definitely.
Okay, okay. So hi Nirbhik and Shelly. I'm Rahul, and I'm from Earth's cohort. So my project name is Swift Crypto, and the whole idea behind Swift Crypto is that I want to make the user onboarding experience in cryptocurrencies to be as smooth as possible. So what I mean by that is most of the crypto traders or crypto investors that you meet nowadays are mostly very tech savvy and like very informed, well informed, and like you know pretty well versed with the things that happen from the chains and all. But the average investor, as Nirbhik just said, that even my friends who are computer science graduates, they blatantly say that blockchain is a scam and crypto is a scam and stuff like that. So I wanted to create uh, basically a pipeline where you can be like you can invest your money, get some returns out of it, but the experience should not involve you to study what is crypto and what is staking, what is farming and stuff like that. So what I was thinking is that for the onboarding, I will be using the Portis wallet so that you don't have to think what is MetaMask and what is the wallet and stuff like that. So
Which wallet you mentioned?
Portis,
Portis.
Portis,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So what Portis does is it like encrypts your MetaMask seed phrase and password on the client device itself, and uses that to log you in. And the credentials that you are required as a user to put in the Portis wallet is simply your username and password. So that is how I want the users to onboard to our website. And after that, I'm trying to create a smart contract that is first initially dependent on the uh, amount of money that you are investing. And after you have deposited a certain amount of money, I have seen platforms like mostly like Aave and the derivatives of Aave, such as 88 MPH. There's a platform that's 88 MPH that offers a fixed deposit kind of investment instrument, and I'm planning to use those instruments, some total of those instruments, not just one, of like number of those instruments based on the money that you are investing. Like suppose I'll be using the Chainlink Oracle to know which cryptocurrency has jumped up in price, or like which cryptocurrency is offering the best fixed return from their platform. And based on the amount that you have invested, I'll be calculating the number of changes in transaction that I can do, figuring in the gas fee. And like basically at the end of your investment period, I'll be giving you a fixed stable in return back to your wallet. So maybe when you see all this happening, it will seem to you like that this is just like your bank FDs, but with a slightly better interest. And as the next step, I plan to completely remove, like not remove, completely abstract the concept of cryptocurrencies and show all the happenings in fiat currency itself. So this is the idea that I was working on, and all your insights are welcome.
Got it. Got it. Interesting. I think probably in terms of ideation, so is it like something like where you allow them to trade in an asset, or you are basically indexing those assets in a way where you invest them in one single click? What is it like
Yeah,
experience?
yeah. I want them. I want them to have the experience same as a bank FD. You just deposit the money, and it's up to the bank to do whatever they want and just give you a fixed return at the end. So instead of investing in one single asset, I was thinking of investing in a bunch of like well-known established cryptocurrencies, such as like BTC, ETH, DAI, and so on. So that like not unless there's a very big shock in the Bitcoin ecosystem, I mean blockchain ecosystem, they will get a stable return.
Got it. So basically, an index fund where you will work as a mutual fund, and you will basically give a cut to the people who are investing in,
Yeah,
and you basically take the risk of managing the risk.
yeah, pretty much,
Got it.
yes.
Cool, cool, cool. I think you should look into. I think that's a nice idea, and a lot of index are being built. There are index which focus on different niche. So I've seen people building specifically onto DeFi tokens. There are people who are focusing on how they can similarly how they can bring liquidity to NFT space in a similar manner. But there are different things that you can build further on. I think you can also explore the NFT related tokens, right? There's only one project which is very heavily that deals with NFT space right now. And that's NFTX, which provides liquidity to these NFTs which are currently illiquid, right? So that is also one place that you can look into. But I think, yeah, definitely indexes are something that's gonna grow in near future. A lot of people who are unaware of the assets they can probably put money in,
Yeah,
index funds are the place where they'll probably go to. But yeah, you will have to basically do a little research, because there are already few indexes already working on these ideas. Like there is indexed finance, then you have got DPI, index scoop, that is there, and then there are there's this called I think PIDA also does something similar, but not exactly, but something on those lines. But yeah, I think there are already projects that you can probably look into. Yeah, there is PIDA, which has this DO token, which is an index token, right?
okay.
So I think you have got few projects out there. I think entering into NFT space and doing something around NFT in terms of indexing, probably that can be an interesting place to look into, because NFT is already, you see a lot of people now talk about NFTs, right? You've got big investors like Mark Cuban, people like Jack Dorsey, who is the co-founder of Twitter. He's also looking into NFTs. So if you can probably look into like NFT space where you can provide liquidity or add liquidity to these NFT assets, right?
Yeah,
That would be really amazing.
got it. So you want me to not to only make the index of the normal cryptocurrencies, but focus on making an index of sort of index of NFTs, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you. That's a really cool idea. Didn't think of that.
So you can look into this project. I'm pasting the name over here. I'll also paste the link as well. I'm contributing to this platform. It's a DAO right now. So we are contributing to this platform, which is NFTX, and it has already got it has a model where you have D1 funds and D2 funds. D1 funds are basically created by the team itself, but then you can create your own index fund, right? But I think there is definitely room for improvements. You can also speak to the team at NFTX, and you can build something with them. Yeah, definitely there's more room to it, and you can definitely look into this project NFTX. And yeah, PIDAO, which Denver has posted the link, right? So they also have a Do token, which yeah, sorry.
Okay. Sure. I'll go through all of them, and thank you.
Sure.
And
Looking forward to it. And let me know if you have, if you need anything, any help in terms of connecting with anyone. Let me know. I'll be here,
okay, sure.
and feel free to DM me on Telegram. Happy to look into the developments and everything.
Okay, sure. Got it. Thanks, Navik.
I think Siley will probably add into in terms of tech. I think she has also
Sure.
worked with she has been a contributor to Wallet Connect protocol, which is basically provides you a login from your mobile, access from your mobile. So I think she'll probably add in terms of user experience
Hmm.
in tech. Siley?
Yeah, actually, I have few questions. So, as you started that you are going to use the Portis wallet,
Yeah.
but the reason being is you don't want uh, the user much bother about what is like understand the in depth of the cryptocurrencies, right? So, if if that is the case, then why? How you gonna how can I put it? So first question is then why even user needs to bother about Portis wallet? Maybe you can make your like simple login system where they can yeah, basically even they didn't need to worry about their Portis wallet because everything you are
Yeah.
going to manage as a as a project or company, whatever you say.
I
And
okay.
yeah,
So
any
I got your question. So the only reason I was kind of going for the Portis wallet is that they offer the login, I mean, email ID and password facility for logging in. That's one thing. And the second thing is that if I do things like I simply take their money and invest it in I mean, blockchain and bitcoins investment strategies and give it back, it will be like a centralized exchange or centralized platform. I don't want that. So I want to be a decentralized platform where there is visibility as to what is happening to your contract, and you don't need to know what is happening, but if you want to know what is happening, where your money actually is, you can see that. uh, that's the reason.
okay, fair enough, but still, uh, like, uh,
Yeah, I
so they are going to provide you the USDT, right? USDT balance,
yeah, sure, exactly.
and then on what basis, like, are what how you are going to manage the risk or what, like, have you think on that about
Yeah,
the risk management because there are some portfolio managers they're already doing the same thing, uh, not in decentralized or very in a transparent way, but there are big portfolio managers. So basically what I understood from your idea is you are trying to build a portfolio manager where they will just give you funds because they
mm,
trust you, and you are going to like manage their funds, right? Like
yeah,
we invest. Yeah. So what about risk management? How you are
yeah.
going to handle it?
So the entire idea was to ease people into cryptocurrency, and the idea was just to let them know that it offers returns slightly better than your bank FDs. So here I'm not trying to give them very good returns and like super high returns that can happen, and to hedge the risk of losing the money. That is why I had thought of the indexing their money. I was about to go by the market size of each of the coins, and I was going to take the top 10 coins and invest proportionally into all of them. So as I said, unless there was a very big upturn or an upset in the Bitcoin, I mean, whole blockchain ecosystem, so the probability of all top 10 coins by market size to like go down and fail on their returns is, I think, pretty low. But even if it fails, I can mention that this actually happened because of very uncertain and rare circumstances. So
And
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
the hedging strategy is basically indexing across the top 10 coins. Nothing.
And okay, and if this is a case that you are going to diverse their portfolio, right?
Yeah.
Then what about gas fees? Have you
Yeah.
think
So,
on gas fees? How you
yeah.
gonna you are going to bear the gas fees, or they are going to, and what will be the share? How much percent you are going to take as a fees? Because all these are all this is open source and decentralized. Everyone going to know, and yeah, have you think on the gas fees factor?
So I was for the gas fees, I was actually going to go with the amount of money that they had invested. If it was large enough, then I could make changes according to the price fluctuations. If the price actually changed a lot, I could like take the help from Chainlink oracles and switch the allocation. But if not, if the USDT that they invested was pretty low and the gas price was going to eat up all the profits that they were getting, interest they were getting, then like it would be up to the market itself. So that was what was I was planning for for allocate for countering the gas fee. And for the cut, I can directly mention at the website that whatever interest that you get at the time of like taking it back, at the time of withdrawing your funds, I get to take 5% or 10%, whatever.
Okay. See, what I can see is major problem is your gas fees. If they are going to
Yes.
fund very low fee, low amount, so
Yeah.
what you can probably do is like you can club all amounts. Like if you have 10, 15 users, you can club the entire amount and then invest into some currencies. Then it it going to save you a lot of gas, because that is a like that is how you as a company can grow, because otherwise you will be bearing the
Exactly.
expenses.
Exactly. I think Rahul, I think I'm moving little away from decentralization, but I
Hmm.
think um, you have a lot of options if you, because switching from one asset and to different will definitely gonna cost you a lot.
Yeah.
Either you can take advantage of some L2, but I think L2s still has to see all those assets moving to L2, and then probably you can build something on top of that. But
Hmm.
if that happens, probably you'll have some, you will save some cost on gas. Other thing
Hmm.
is, um, but that also happens when users are directly onboarded to L2 rather than going to L1, right? So that
Yeah.
needs to also happen, and you need to figure out that. um, the second is you can probably go the exchanges route. I think they provide APIs. I don't know if that can probably work, but I think you can do a lot of things with less transaction fees if you work with these exchanges, let's say Binance or any
Hmm.
other exchange, where you basically do the portfolio management through centralized exchanges, right?
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
um, because in that case you have a lot of leverage where you can take out the profits, maximum profits, rather than paying gas fees, right?
Hmm.
And when you look at these models with these centralized exchanges, you can also uh, and sorry about moving away from decentralization, but your idea is basically heavily gas fees infused. And if you do it in a decentralized way, which actually Siley mentioned, you're
Hmm.
gonna incur a lot of cost that's gonna basically take away all the profits that you are basically generating, right? So you will
Yeah.
be basically left with like very a small amount, and then you'll probably feel bad about it. So it's better to probably look into those issues and probably figure out the best way to go about it. I think you can definitely leverage some centralized exchanges to basically de-risk that the trading cost, or you can probably build on L2 to de-risk the fees thing. But that will happen when you see more assets being deployed to these L2s. And also if the infrastructure allows you to basically onboard people directly to that to your platform, where the through L2, right? So that they don't have to go to L1 and pay the fees and then move funds to L2, because then again it adds a lot of cost for your users, right? So
Yeah.
you need a direct onboarding to your platform through L2, or either you go to a centralized exchange route. I think those will be probably the better ways to go about it.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
I want to add something.
Yeah.
All these problems are there, but still, I would say that you have to think on the risk hedging thing, because currently, say markets are in very good condition. So even now, if you are investing and we don't know about tomorrow, and you will be the responsible, you will be responsible for a lot of funds if, like, the people who are coming and depositing on your platform. So basically you are taking responsibility of their funds, so you have to come up with some solid solution about risk management.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I get that.
Cool.
Great. Thanks for presenting your idea, Rahul, and yeah, hope to see that build. And yeah, I think certainly, like, something like this would be useful for new folks that are investing, looking to invest in crypto, but don't have all the know-how. Yeah. So next, like, who would like to present their idea for feedback?
I think Jay wants to go next.
Okay, sure.
So, hi Saili and Nirvik. So, I wanted to get reviews on my project idea. So basically, like the project that I want to build is not entirely like a blockchain based app, but it's more like blockchain based service. So as like you guys just recently mentioned that Nirvik just mentioned that Dorsey, the founder, one of the founders of the Twitter, is also interested in NFTs. So like my project revolves around that idea. So basically what it does is whenever, let's just say that there is a new NFT artist who just is introduced to the NFT marketplace, basically to the Web3 space, and he wants to deploy his NFT to a good marketplace and obviously get some, good, really ample amount of cash in hands for that specific NFT. So you see, if I'm a new artist, I don't have that amount of fan following either on social media or on any platform, not even on Rallyable or maybe on Foundation.app as well. So what if there is a way that even if you are a new NFT artist, you can get more attraction to the specific NFT art that you are creating, whether it be on Rarible, whether it be on OpenSea, or maybe on Foundation.app as well. So like my idea basically is that whenever a new NFT is created by the NFT artist, he or she will be putting it all over my site. For now the site, and whenever he or she deploys it, there will be a tweet generated that will be having the specific price of that NFT, the NFT's IPFS link, not the original link, but just a preview of that specific NFT, as well as the person who has made it. Like if you are having your own Twitter handle, you will be getting a mention from the specific account, from the account of my project, and hopefully you can attract a lot of customers in that way on Twitter, because you see, as you already know, that there's a real amount of hype that is going on Twitter currently for the NFTs. And mostly I've seen that many of the NFT artists, as soon as they deploy it on Rival or maybe on Foundation.app, they just tweet it that, hey, everyone, I have just made a new NFT and have deployed it on Twitter. Like you can just deployed it on Rarible. You can have it go check it out, and obviously if you like, you can definitely buy it. So like that is my idea. And so far I'm done with making just the front end of the project, and I'm still working on the smart contract and the deployment scripts of that contract. And also lastly, the event with which my front end will be interacting. So if you guys would like to have it share, like I can show you the front end that I've developed so far for this project.
Yes, would love to. Would love to see that.
Cool. So let me just share the Chrome screen file. Share screen. Yeah. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. So like this is the landing page. This is the NFT. This is going to be a basic dashboard that I've created, which will be having all of the NFTs associated with a specific account. This is just the different NFTs that I have deployed, like just for the test purposes. They are not the original ones deployed yet, but just for the test purposes. Like clicking on a personal NFT, I'll be redirected to this page. It will be having a brief description about the NFT. It's this number is basically Chainlink's VRF, verified random function generated random number, and this number is going to verify that yes, this specific random number is associated with this specific NFT, in order to just kind of adding a more verifiable proof to this NFT. This is going to here there is going to be the IPFS link, the OpenSea, as well as the Etherscan link to this specific event. Sorry, I mean Etherscan link to the specific event that has occurred this NFT. OpenSea and IPFS link to the specific NFT, like the image or whatever the video or the GIF that has been created as a part of this NFT will be presented here. And okay, just let me, like it is not entirely working right now, just pardon me for that. Yeah, so whenever you came here, you can just as I said earlier, you can deploy a new NFT, add a name, IPFS link to it, and a brief description. And the moment you press the submit button, there will be an internal JS execution which will execute another Python program, which will then deploy a tweet on their Twitter through the Tricetras account, like my project's account, specific Twitter account, and it will be having a few hashtags. And let's just say that once this project is actually deployed on mainnet, or maybe it is having a real amount of followers. So like the more the followers, the more hype can be created, and hopefully the artist can get a better amount of money from this. Yeah. So that is my idea so far.
Cool.
Would
Cool.
like to
Sally,
get,
Sally, would you like to add? Do you have got any feedbacks in terms of technical?
No, I think it's good.
Cool. Cool. So, Jay, if I have understood this clearly, I think basically you're building an NFT platform where people can basically mint NFTs, right? Or if I'm understanding anything wrong, please correct me.
Actually, that is the dilemma that I'm currently into, because you see, deploying another entire NFT marketplace would be a bit more than just just random thing to build in a few weeks. Like it needs a centralized database to host all the creators and the related NFTs to that. So like that was something that I had as an option. And apart from that, I was thinking that instead of doing this, what if like there are already NFT marketplaces like Rarible or Foundation or Tap? What if I can just create a bridge between the creator? Like all I have to do is just what if creator just enters his like specific Rarible account ID, or maybe the the NFT ID, and it will directly fetch whether it is deployed on Rarible or Foundation.app, and it will directly fetch the required details from that specific platform and deploy it to the tweet. Like that was something that I was in dilemma, like what should I do with
So
that?
basically, what it does is next is basically tweet about it.
Yeah, kind of that. Like that is the end thing.
Okay. So basically, you take the NFTs and you have everything bridged to your platform, and then people can share those NFTs to Twitter.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Apart from that, like apart from tweet, what all they can do?
Like I have a few things in mind, like getting price feed updates of specific cryptocurrencies, like if they want, which I have already made as a part of my hackathon. But still, like that is something that, like
Hmm.
for now, I've just kept the chain link token as a part of my previous hackathon. But since then, I have added a few more cryptocurrencies as a part of that.
Got it. Got it. Got it. I think in terms of basically showing the portfolio, right? You should definitely look
Yes.
into this project that I've shared the link, which is NFT Bank. Um,
Okay.
it's a really nice, cool ideas where you can drop any wallet address, and it fetches
Mm-hmm.
all the NFTs that you have in that specific address, be it any platform, like because your address is
Yes.
constant
Yes.
everywhere, right? You have it on Rarible, you have it on OpenSea or anywhere. What it does is basically it shows you a portfolio of your basically NFTs that you
I
have in your
see.
portfolio in your address, right? And it gives you a lot of analytics around revenue, your spendings, your ROI, right? And it also shows your inventory where you can show all the see all the balances. Similar to how you see on exchanges, you can see your inventory and your assets, right? And then you can also
Mm-hmm.
see a brief detail around that, and you can also see your trades, right?
Yeah.
So I think like look, tweeting about is definitely a cool idea, but I think you can add a lot more details to it. You
Mm-hmm.
should also look into this project called Showtime, which basically pitches itself to be the Instagram for NFTs.
I
I
see.
think I'll have a
So
link.
like what should be, according to you, should be added more to this? Like just providing support for Rarible, OpenSea, and maybe Foundation.app is one thing that can be easily done using the API calls. But apart from that, what is it that you think
Mhm.
that should be added?
I mean, like there are really cool ideas that you can probably look into. Probably the call will be short for all the ideas, but I
Yeah.
think you should probably have retweeted about it. Just a second, I'll fetch the link for you.
No, I just got that Showtime, and I'll share the link. The tryshowtime.com is the one. Let me just share. Yeah, share the link.
No, no, I'm sharing another link, which basically talks about the
Oh, my
ideas
bad.
that can be built around NFT space. Um, so yeah, I think you can probably look into this tweet, and you'll learn about more ideas that you can build around. Um, Definitely, I mean, like tweeting about your NFTs is cool, but I think you can add a lot of details to it,
Okay.
and probably that's where you can maybe develop it more, um, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool, 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 cool. Okay, I think this tweet would be like really cool if you look into it. He's the guy who's a contributor to NFTX as well, and he's very heavily involved in NFT space. So you can
Mm-hmm.
speak, you can basically see all the ideas that he's talking about, and definitely if you have something like something like this, or maybe you can focus on a different chain. Maybe you can build something rather than building on Ethereum, because Ethereum already has a lot of NFT projects which works as
Yes.
a portfolio kind of thing, or marketplace. Maybe you can focus on some different chain where you can deploy the marketplace, right? Although you can get a different examples from Ethereum, but I think Ethereum already has a lot of competition in terms of marketplace, right? And having just one option to tweet about it would be a little lesser for you to do in terms of a full-time project, right? Rather, you can probably build a plugin where people can talk about their NFTs and directly tweet about it. But I think every other marketplace provides that option in their marketplace to share or tweet about it, right? So you need to think probably through it, and probably add more ideas to it, or add
Okay.
more functionalities to it. I think that will probably give it more boost in terms of product.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Thanks. Thanks once again to both of you.
No worries, no problem. Ping me anytime, and I'm happy to discuss further and ideate more on it. Would love to give you feedbacks on that.
Definitely. We'll ping you up once I have a lot more functionalities to add on this.
Definitely. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jay, that sound looks pretty cool. And I think we can have one more team present before we wrap it up. I think Dipanvita wanted to
Yeah,
present.
Dipanvita wanted to, yes.
Yeah, sure. So I have a basic outline of what I am doing, and it's right now an Ocean doc. So I'll share that doc and then try to explain what I'm trying to do. So I'll just share
Yeah,
my screen.
Dipanvita, actually you're not audible.
Um,
Can you probably speak a little louder?
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea is basically, so I was thinking of, so we had a session on ceramic, and I kept thinking why we can't build a sort of decentralized GitHub using ceramic, because ceramic kind of maintains version control of the documents, and it lets you define your own schema for documents. So, and then there was this project that recently got a lot of traction. This project is called mural.art. So here basically people, anyone's allowed to like place pixels and draw, and then a lot of people can come together and, you know, construct a big picture using this decentralized application. So I thought that maybe we can do something like this and incorporate some sort of GitHub like pull request and comment and something like that. So my idea is a sort of GitHub for artwork. So yeah, sharing contributions and building NFT art. So the idea, I'll first talk about the UI. The UI should be similar to this. It will be a sort of a paint platform, an online paint platform where users place pixels to construct an image, and a pixel, once it is placed, it cannot be changed. So yeah, and I am just thinking right now of, you know, like letting the users drag over this canvas and maybe just consider those as like pixels that have been colored. And then so there will be one owner who kind of signs up on my app, and yeah, and he invites his other friends by their wallet addresses to collaborate on the picture with him. And the NFT that is finally getting generated will be first stored in the owner contract, and then it will be, the profit will be shared among the other artists who have been invited to collaborate with him. So each invited artist will be allocated a portion of the canvas to paint on. So for example, what the owner will do is the owner will specify the start and the end coordinates at the top left and the bottom right coordinates of the rectangular canvas that he wants each artist to paint. So this is to avoid many people, you know, like doodling over the others' art. So each invited artist will be allocated a particular portion of the canvas, and how I plan to keep track of which address has access to which section of the image. So there will be a ceramic document that contains a list of addresses with, say, which are allowed to edit that image. The start and the end coordinates that the address can edit will also be stored, and the number of pixels that are added by each address within the region that he or she is allocated to, that will also be stored. And the image hash, the image will be stored on IPFS, so the image hash will also be stored in my ceramic document. So what I was thinking of the schema is it should be able to contain the address of the like each say JSON entry will be containing this. So the address of the user who is editing, the start and the end coordinates of the image that is being edited, the number of pixels added, and the image current image hash on IPFS. And so for each of the people who are editing the image, they will be only shown that section of the canvas. So how I'm planning to do is, so IPFS will have, so once I read the IPFS image onto HTML, I will crop out a particular portion of the image using the start and the end coordinates, and I will display only that particular portion of the image to the person that is editing it at this point. And yeah, and the image hash will be, so the image hash that will be displayed will also be fetched from the ceramic document, because it also has this image hash. And once the artist is satisfied with whatever he has added to that canvas, he will send a request for the owner. And I haven't really thought about how to incorporate other artists, but maybe we can do some sort of a polling thing here, where the owner and the other artists verify the addition of this particular section to the overall image. So this will be like a sort of a pull request. And then the number of pixels added by each artist is kept track of, because this will kind of contribute to the overall NFT profit that will be generated. And this will also be maintained in the ceramic document. And yeah, and then the IPFS hash of the current overall image resides as part of the NFT and in the ceramic document. This hash can only be changed by the owner contract with approval signed by the owner and possibly a few other artists. So this approval basically comes when, say, a pull request is created. Like an artist sends a request to the owner to approve of his changes, and that gets added to the overall image. So in this way, the overall image is built part by several people, and the document history, as I spoke about, is maintained in ceramic. The IPFS hash, every time a pull request is merged, the IPFS hash is updated, and it is displayed um, to the rest of the like the other artists who are also contributing. And this also allows the owner to possibly revert back to a portion, to a previous state. I'm thinking about how to do this. Not very sure, uh, because in that case we'll have to store all the hashes of the image as it progressed on ceramic. And then the final image, I'm thinking, should be sold as an NFT, and the profits. So the owner will be, so once the owner tries to sell, then he will be shown like a percentage of profit that is to be given to every user based on the number of pixels that they have added. So possibly 40% of the profit would go to the owner, and the rest 60% would be divided according to the number of pixels that they've added. But so this particular question came up in one of the discussions that we had last week. That was how to prevent the sale of the NFT in, like, on some other platform, and what if the owner just sells of the NFT without letting the other artists know. So yeah, I'm open to suggestions about this. I'm not very sure of a solution to this particular question, and I plan to deploy the whole thing on Polygon. So yeah, this is like the overall idea, and I'm
Okay, the answer to your last question, it might be the multi-sig wallet, your NFT, the final NFT who all are contributing. They might share some multi-sig wallet, and to sell that NFT, all the contributors or say major contributors needs to sign. So you can think of something like that.
okay. So I look it up.
Multi-sig wallet. You can explore the multi-sig wallets.
Okay.
Yes, you can look into Genesis if you want to explore multi-sigs. But yeah, I definitely I had similar thing in mind, because you want to have more contributors to one art, and I think mural is basically a great example to it. Um, so you will basically have all these commits going to basically all additions, similar to how commits happen, right? So basically you will do that, right?
And I'll merge a commit when the pull request is approved by the owner and possibly, say, a majority of the other artists.
Mhm. So let's say
So
I'm an owner, okay. and let's say you contributed to an art, right? How does basically you say that you'll be getting that opportunity to approve it, or probably who's the authority to approve those arts? Because if you have that approval in between, you'll probably face some issues because you are depending on someone else to approve it, right? So how do you probably think of solving it, or I'm probably mistakenly I'm thinking something else?
So the thing is, this is just to prevent like users from say adding random doodles to an NFT. So
Mm-hmm.
when say like the owner actually starts a piece of artwork, right? He may have something in mind, and he may probably assign different parts of the image to different people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Okay.
what I was thinking is, so I'll have an app, right, that actually has like one of the interfaces would be like this paint interface, and then the other one would be
Mm-hmm.
to let the owner add the addresses. And yeah, so there, once the say picture is done, then I'll keep a sort of option in the app itself where the artist kind of say it asks for approval, and when he does that, then what it will do is it will say sort of sign a, like it will wait for the signature of the owner and possibly some other people, like possibly like the other artists who are also contributing. And once all of those signatures are collected, then we can merge the pixel, like
Got it.
update the ceramic document and the IPFS hash.
Got it. Got it. Cool. Cool. I think I'll probably look forward to this one. Drop me or Siley a message whenever you need some feedbacks or suggestions. I think for now, what Siley has added is basically that's what we required in terms of suggestions. That's what we had in terms of suggestion. You can definitely use Genesis Safe. But I think apart from that, I'm not quite familiar with ceramic, so I can't probably comment anything over there. Um, but I think it would be cool to see if we can have a similar model to GitHub for something like that, because collaboration is something that's very key in terms of Web3 ecosystem. So a lot of projects, when you see the building up, they all contribute together and build a project, right? And I think that's an interesting idea to build upon. Yeah, looking forward to your more developments and more. Let's see how it all goes, right?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I will stop sharing if there are no other questions.
Sure, sure. I think I am pretty. I like the idea. I think Siley also does like the idea. So yeah, um, looking forward to speak more about it in detail whenever you are ready.
Yep. So basically, I didn't know that mural.art was like going to be a thing. So it became a product. I thought of this idea like a couple of weeks back, and then 2 or 3 days later, somebody, I think one of the fellows, posted about mural.art, and then I realized like, yeah, this somebody already did. So I'll have
Yes.
to like complete and like add more features
Mhm.
to make it different.
Yes, yes. Mural art actually is already ahead right now, so probably you can think of adding more details to it, or probably the process can be a little different to differentiate yourself from them, right? But I
They
think
don't
it's a
do
cool
the
idea to
GitHub
explore.
thing, right? They don't
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
the like approval thing at all.
Yes, 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 yes. No, definitely looking forward to it. Let's see how it all goes, right? Let's speak more about it when you are ready. With something, right?
Sure.
Yeah, do check out the multi-sig thing that we have shared if it's relevant.
Yeah,
A
I'll look
couple
into
of
that.
them. Gnosis and all is also good. So yeah, overall, like the idea does look interesting. And yeah, also if it's anything related to NFTs, feel free to tag James on the Discord itself. So you can definitely pitch in.
Yeah, sure. I haven't started like working on the contracts yet. I was looking for like building the front end
Mhm.
first. So yeah, I'll definitely contact him once I start.
Sure. All right. I think that's it for today. We'll have another session tomorrow to for more feedback for people who haven't presented yet. And yeah, thanks Nirbhik and Sally for making the time. Really appreciate.
No, no worries. Happy to jump on a call whenever required. Anytime for Defolio.
Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, and wish you best of luck for the V2 launch.
Thank you.
Really
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Defolio.
looking forward to it.
Thanks, Denver. Thanks for having us here.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Looking
Right.
forward to your ideas, and feel free to drop us a message or tag us in the Eat India community, or where, if you can also DM us as well. If you're looking to further discuss the ideas and everything, feel free to DM us. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
I think you also have a Discord and Telegram, right? You can maybe share
Yes,
that also.
we have got a Discord, but it's like you can definitely drop something over there. But I think to Telegram is right now more more active, as we are working on our V2, and we are available highly on Telegram. But yeah, definitely ping me anytime, anywhere. We'll make out. We'll be basically find out time. Not a problem.
Sure. Yeah, could you drop your links in the chat?
Yep, I'll drop my ID of Telegram over here. I did drop earlier, but let me do it again. That's my ID.
All right.
Yep.
Hey Denver, actually I want to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met Nirvik a few years ago at IIT Bombay,
Yes. Yes.
and I had a long chat with Nirvik and Anurag sir from IIT, where they told me
Yes.
about the importance of
I
user
remember your
experience.
face. I remember your face, and I was actually when you asked, right? I went through your profile, or basically your website. So I remembered. Okay, we have met before. You
Yeah,
came from
so
Goa, right? All together from Goa, right?
yes, I did.
Yes.
And actually,
Exactly.
the conversation that I had with yours was one of the reasons why I applied for this fellowship. So it's good to see you again.
Oh, nice. Nice. Happy to connect anytime, Salil. Let me know whenever you are available, and what you're building. Let's talk more about it and see. Looking forward to speak to you.
Yeah,
Definitely, it's
sure.
good to connect back.
Yeah,
It's been like almost like 2.5 years or 3 years, right?
3 years, I guess.
That we first spoke. Yeah,
Yeah,
3 years. Yeah. Definitely looking forward to your conversation.
yeah, sure. I'll text you.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really great to hear. I think it was iHack hackathon was, I think that
Yes.
was
I
Yes,
hack.
it was iHack.
I hack.
the
Yes.
first hackathon
With IIT Bombay.
with
Yeah.
IIT Bombay. Yeah.
Yes. Nice, man. It's good to see people, sticking to Web3 and building cool stuff. Definitely looking forward to speak with Salil. Let's see how it all goes. Happy
Yeah.
to
Yeah, sure.
happy to help him out. Happy to help you out, Salil. Anytime you need any help, I'm
Yes,
always here.
actually, you liked my UI very much, and you also shared
Yes.
your contact with me. So I still have your contact saved as Nirbik Matic.
Yes. I still have it. Like, I still like your website, what you have done right for yourself. Pretty cool.
Thank
You
you.
have very good with UI and stuff. So yeah, definitely. But DM me anytime, right? Happy to
Sure.
speak about anything. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I will.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Yeah. Thanks, Denver. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything
Likewise.
else that you would like to ask?
Yeah, if there's anything else, anybody has any questions, technical questions you want to ask about L2 or anything, uh, whoever is building on Polygon, this would be a good time to ask that. If not, we can probably wrap up. I think we are good to go for now. So yeah, thanks again,
Awesome.
Nirbhik and Sally for joining me, and thanks everyone.
Thanks, Denver. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. And feel free to DM us. Do not hesitate. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for
Bye-bye.
having us.